One day while walking home from elementary school, two apparently contradictory facts came together in my head at the same time, and I was both confused and mad. So if fire needs air to burn, and there is no air in space, how do stars burn? Either I was too stupid to understand how these facts could make sense together, or one of these things had to be wrong, which meant the universe didn't make sense. I asked my mom this question later that night, and she responded, "I don't know, I'm not smart enough. I wish your dad were around, I bet he could answer it." My mom was smart, but she didn't have an education past high school. That night, I knew there were things about the universe that were a mystery to me. I also knew that I had to try to understand them. At the time, I also believed that everything must ultimately be understandable, even if I didn't understand it. In middle school, my science teacher, thanks Mr. Sackett, took our class to visit the local state university. We sat in on several classes, which included an astronomy lecture on asteroids causing the extinction of dinosaurs. I'd never really thought about why the dinosaurs went extinct. I just took it at face value as a thing that happened that maybe someone understood. I was shocked that no one had ever told me about asteroids killing dinosaurs. We also sat in on a physics class that day, during which the professor did amazing demonstrations of angular momentum and magnetism, and I realized there were real things in the physical world that I could not see that were extremely powerful and tantalizingly mysterious to me. I didn't fully know what it meant, but I came home from school that day and declared to my mom that I was going to be an astrophysicist. In high school, one of my teachers took us to the library at the nearby state university, which made my local library seem quaint and provincial by comparison. I literally had no idea that so much was known about so many things. Maybe here I could find answers to the mysteries of the universe. I checked out books from the university library on black holes, time travel, and other dimensions. I couldn't understand them and the strange symbols and math they used, but that just made the mysteries seem even more enticing. When I got to college, I was primed to learn everything I could possibly learn about the universe. Sheer momentum kept me on my quest for understanding for a long time. But after several semesters of learning the detailed math and physics necessary to understand the universe, it became clear to me that the smallest details took center stage. Shockingly few professors engaged with the deep mysteries of the universe that I thought the course material was supposed to be preparing me for. While it may be hard to see the forest for the trees, it is at least equally hard to see the cosmos for the stars. At the time, I assumed that all my professors knew the answers to the big questions I had, but I just didn't have enough background knowledge yet to understand if they tried to share the answers with me. In hindsight, I think they avoided talking about the big questions because they didn't know the answers either, instead keeping their focus on the details and challenges of their particular studies. How massive is that black hole? Will those galaxies collide? When will the next supernova explode? These are all good and valuable questions in our quest to understand the universe, but they're a step removed from the beautiful existential questions that impel so many of us to study astrophysics to begin with. The more I learned, the more I realized just how limited our understanding of the cosmos is. So many fundamental questions remained. What caused the Big Bang? What is the nature of time? What is dark matter? And not least of all, what is knowledge? I packed up my quest for real understanding and tucked it away for later. Perhaps after I got my PhD, I could unpack it again with some hope of making progress.